Okay, so we will give a few suggestions about the implementation plan, how it should be implemented. What we haven't told at the beginning is that Amnesty International Hungary is currently in a deep crisis. When we have started our interview process, there was already one person who has quit the company or the association, one person out of 7, this is still okay, and there were some personal reasons behind it. However, there were some signs of deep crisis, and there were some staff were not didn't agree completely on the way the director ran the company. By the end of the project, 4 more members have quit the organization, but they quit for real organizational reasons. So of the 7 people who were working for the company, already 5 members quit, and there were only the director and the office assistant who have remained in the company. So at this moment, they have serious issues, and I believe that the issues which we have identified are closely related to the current issues, what has happened recently. Of course, they have to manage those issues which are the most urgent ones. They have to solve the current problems. First of all, the board has to get more active. This is what it was said by saying strengthening governance. The board was there, the board members were activists, and they were not like running the company. A board member should be in charge, and he's not in the day-to-day business. This is the responsibility of the director, who is practically in corporational terms the CEO. But the board members have to have a vision, they have to be in charge, they have to run the company. And those board members, there are currently 7 people running the company, they have to get more active, as otherwise the company will for sure fail. This might include some board members just leaving the board and giving the possibility for other people to join, or they might just get new people involved in the board, those who experience in running such an important organization. On the other side, staffing has to be resolved somehow. Currently, the organization has 3 full-time staffers, and there's only one person who's been with the company. There's only one person has been with the company for more than 2 years, and there's one who's just a new hire, started working like a month ago. These are the most urgent issues. However, we have to start other processes we have included in the strategy map. First of them is to start the strategy review. The strategy is a document which is 2.5 years old, and of course this was done mainly by the director and with an inexperienced board, the previous board 2.5 years ago. Now there is hard time to review the strategy and to include goals which bring the Hungarian organization closer to the ground. Otherwise, the high-level goals with human rights, as long as they cannot translate it to local goals, it will be very hard. And of course, the board has to play an important role in this. The board has to start active discussion with the sponsors, with the regional center in Brussels, with the global center in London, and they have to achieve a compromise between the international, so the global goals and local goals. Obviously, I mean it's not obviously, but the global organization, global movement has also specified a goal to bring the organization closer to the ground. This is written down in a long-term strategy document. Now they have to bring it to application. So on one side they have to convince, they have to come up with a plan how to bring the local chapter closer to the ground. On the other side, they have to convince the global movement to give funding to this, and this is, as we believe, the main way to get the Hungarian chapter more relevant, and this is the only way to get more involved activists and more involved stakeholders, and to give everyone more on board and to gain more importance and for the local organization. We would like to thank you for following this presentation. I think it was a bit long. I hope you can find meaning and you can understand what we meant, and if you have any further questions, just feel free to contact us.